Yo, what's up, guys? Today is an exciting one, a fun one. I recently made like a video like showing my new design of the tiny house because I just completely redesigned the whole place, and I got quite a few comments, more so on TikTok than on YouTube, but of people saying they wanted like the backstory of the rugs and like a tour of all the rugs. So that's what I'm doing today. If you don't already know, I live in this 55 square foot tiny house, and I'm a rug maker, so I kind of basically covered it floor to ceiling in rugs. So I do, I made these rugs all within the past like 4 years. So there's a lot of rugs in there. There's some also in my greenhouse, but today I'm not going to give a tour on that one. If I were to guess, I'd probably say I have about 20 rugs in here. So let's get in there and I'll tell you what they're all about and show you them. I'm really excited to show them because I never really made a video like this before. I never really explained each and every one of them before. Right when you walk in, this whole wall is just covered in rugs. So I'm going to start over here. These are like probably my most favorite rugs over here, or at least some of them. And it's like the most vibrant and like the big rugs. It just looks amazing. So at the top up here, I have a Rubik's Cube. And I made this Rubik's Cube maybe like a year or two ago. And I made it because I got really into Rubik's Cubes. I try to time myself and like, go really fast with it. I think I got down to a minute and a half to solve one, which I thought was pretty good. So that's why I made that guy. I made it literally for myself, not to sell, but I have brought it to art fairs before to try to sell, and I don't know, I think I had it at too high of a price or something, but I wouldn't mind keeping it forever. It's really cute and small and adorable. Right underneath it, I got this smiley face, and it's actually one of my few that are like a hardboard situation. Well, because, and also the one underneath it, it's also hardboard. So the reason why I think I made these both at the same time. And the reason why I made these was because I was trying to explore harder rugs, not floor rugs, literally wall rugs. So I thought that these would be like some really simple designs. Obviously, smiley face is super simple. I honestly don't really like this one too much because it's really hard to see the smiley face. Like, it's so blended in with the checkered background. I wasn't thinking when I put those colors together. So that one kind of pissed me off a little bit. Now, the titties, I just like titties, so that's why I made that one, this design, and I thought it was really cool. I want to make more rugs like this. I think, honestly, the very first rug I ever sold was titties, like abstract titties, like somebody on an OfferUp bought it for like $25. So I just want to make more like that. I want to make nude rugs. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because back when I was a painter, I would paint a lot of like abstract nude stuff, not in a sexy way, but more like in a we're naked, this is us, like we're human, like it's funky, it's weird, I'm green, I'm red, whatever it is. I want that type of vibe. Sexy would be cool too, I guess, but I like the funky vibe a little bit more. I got this rug that just says make art, and I actually recently made this one. I want to say also, the two up there that I just showed, I probably made those about 9 months ago. This one I probably made like maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, or I don't know, actually, within the last 6 months. And the reason why I made this one was because I wanted to explore how to do this rainbow design for letters, and I thought about words I wanted to put, and I was thinking like, titty, or like sexy, or one of those types of words. But then I was like, no, let me go more like normal and like do something somebody actually buy. So I thought make art would be really good, but then I put in the tiny house and I just really loved it, so I didn't ever try to sell it. But I love this rainbow. I would love to make more rugs like this with that rainbow lettering. I think it looks really good. Okay, I'm gonna have to like get down here. So this one down here, this one is such a good one. I love the story behind this one. So I used to have a bearded dragon, and I maybe had him for 9 months, and unfortunately he did pass away. But before he passed away, I made this rug like literally maybe a week or two before he passed, and it's literally just supposed to be him. I really just loved it. I thought it was, I think it was one of my first like cartoonish type of rugs that wasn't like full on abstract or words or whatever. Like, I just really love this one. I think I want to say I sold two other Yeah, two other bearded dragons. Maybe it was just one, but I definitely sold one or two other bearded dragons after they saw this one. They said they wanted one too. So I really love it. I love the little eyeball and the little mouth being open. It just looks exactly like him. R.I.P. to Jughead. I miss that dude. Okay, this one up here, kind of same situation. I had a bunch of crested geckos, and I actually had one pass. Well, actually, a lot of them passed, but when the first one passed, I thought to make one for him, and I think that I made this one around the same time I made the bearded dragon. I think I made this one first, though, maybe like a few months earlier. I really love this one because I actually used only scrap yarn, and it's all different types of yarns, and it just looks so good. I love the shading around it and the different colors. I just love this rug so much. I have tried to sell this one at one point, but again, I just put too much time and effort in like just I love the rug so much, and it reminds me of my own pet that I would only sell it if I sold it for a price that actually made sense. So I do plan on keeping this one forever unless I find somebody who really fucking wants it for some reason. Right underneath that one is my favorite rug. I think it's top three for sure. And it's just this Siamese, I think it's called Siamese twin, because they're connected at the neck, and one is frowning and one is, smiling. And I just really love the symbol behind it of just like, I don't know, just that's just life. You're smiling one second, you're frowning the next, and you're still pulling through, and your body is still, you're still in control, and you can make the decisions whether you want to continue smiling or go back to frowning, or, and vice versa. So I think that's, what I really love about it. And I love how I made them black because I don't really have any people rugs. This is like my only people rug other than my self-portrait that's on the top here, and I'll show you that here in a second. But yeah, this one I really, really love it, and I love how big it is, and like just the texture. And I did this like backing situation a little bit differently. I actually made this one to sell, but I just love it so much that I couldn't sell it unless I got amount of money that actually makes sense. That's probably like with all these in here. That's why they're on the wall. It's either because of that or because I had them on the floor and they're like too dirty to sell. So yeah, let's move it down. This one is a cute little ladybug with hearts on the backs. I think at one point, my last job, I'm with the same company, but I was at a different site. And at that site, there were 16-hour shifts, sometimes 18-hour shifts. And nobody was there, so I had plenty of time to do things. And so I spent a lot of my time making rugs. And I think there was one point, like a few months, that I was just knocking out rugs left and right, which I really love. I had the time for it, and I was getting paid to do it, basically. So I just made a bunch of random rugs, not with the intention of selling them, just kind of like just to make any random rug to get better at rug making, and this was just one of them. So there's not really much symbolization behind it, but I think I asked a few people, what should I make a rug of? And I think somebody said ladybug, so I made it. This one's kind of hard to get into the full frame, but this is, and I'm forgetting the word for it, but it's a sea slug. And I actually do have a story behind this one as well. I actually hung out with somebody new off of like a random app. Not romantic or anything like that. It was really just like, can we be friends? But also maybe there's a potential for romance, I don't know, but it definitely wasn't there. The vibe was 100% friends. And we met up at a park to make art. I just brought like painting stuff, and they were working on some sort of like political sign, and for like a marcher, I don't know what it's called. And basically when we were parting ways, like they were showing me this like full like crocheted outfit that they made for some event, because I think that they like perform or something. And I said, oh my God, can you make me I think it's called a balaclava, and in exchange I can make you a rug. And we kind of decided on it being like a sea slug related thing because they're really into sea slugs. And I ended up making this for them, and I reached out, and they never reached back out. They never made my crochet thing. They never asked about the rug, so I ended up just keeping it. It's been like quite a few years. I tried to sell this one a few times at art fairs, but nobody really loves sea slugs enough to buy it. It's just so big. I put, again, so much time and effort and money into it that I can't sell it for that much. But I'm not really attached to it too much, so I could easily sell this one for maybe even a little less than I asked for it before. Okay, this guy, definitely top three. It's just cherries. And I just love all the colors. I love this green with this red with this orange. Orange right now is my favorite color. I love orange so much. It's just so beautiful. And then also, I think that I like this one even more because I think I remember drawing this one by hand. And on top of that, I just found out recently that like I have a cherry tree that actually grows real cherries. So it's actually even cooler, you know, because when I look at it, I'm like, oh, I need to go get me some cherries off the tree. So I really love this rug. Definitely top favorite. It's just made with such quality. It's so thick. It's so nice. I would still be willing to sell this one to somebody because I think it's just in perfect condition. It's never been on the floor. It's basically brand new. It's just been on the wall. It does have holes in the from being on the wall, but other than that, it's perfect. Okay, this one up here is actually there's a little bit of a story behind this one. First of all, it's made out of I think. It's made out of like wool, like really, really high quality yarn. I don't know if it's wool, but it feels like that, like all of it. And the reason why this one's made out of like this very fancy yarn is because I actually got a huge bag of free yarn off of Craigslist, and I ended up like bringing it to work. I think it was Christmas Day. If it's not Christmas Day, it's New Year's Day. I worked like a really like 18-hour shift, and I made quite a few of them, and this was one of the ones that I made, and I thought it was just so cool because I even used like my iPad to draw it out, and then I projected that. So I drew this by hand with no reference. All I knew was I wanted to make one of plants. I love plants. I love this, like the different types. This is definitely, I want to say it's one of my favorites, not top 3, maybe top 6. I just don't like it because one time I think Cheddar threw up on it or something happened with it, and I had to throw in the wash and the backing came off. So now like the backing is kind of fucked, but it's okay. This one's kind of hard to see because it's hidden underneath this one. It's a huge heart, and this one is actually very close to my heart because it's actually the very first rug that I've made. Now, I made one before it, but it was with a different, oh no, there's like a mosquito or something trapped in here. Yeah, it's a mosquito. I made one before, but it was with a different type of gun. I don't know if you know the different types of gun, but there's two. Maybe there's more, but there's loop pile and cut pile. So all these are done by cut pile because the ends, you know, they were cut. You know, the gun automatically cuts it. Now, when I first got my first gun, I got a loop pile gun, so it just loops it. I mean, obviously, but if you don't already know, it just loops it. It doesn't really look like a normal rug like this. So this is the very first cut pile gun rug that I made. And, you know, there's some imperfections in it. Like there's some empty spots and very thin spots and too thick spots. And the design doesn't look perfect, but I love the two colors. I love this black and red situation. I love this rug so much. It took me a whole year to finish this rug. A whole year because I just kept on procrastinating. It was seen as like this huge task. And once I got through it, I was like, wait, this actually looks like a rug. I'm done. I know the process now. It took me so long to like learn the process. Like there was never like one video that like was super, super helpful, actually affordable materials. It was just like that sort of situation going on. So it just took me so long to finish it. But I'm glad I did it because then I realized that after that point, this is something that I actually want to be doing more of. Now, down here, I got a trans flag star. At one point, I was doing a lot of art fairs, which was, I think, last summer, and I made a lot of stars, so there's a few more other ones, and this is just one of them. Unfortunately, I did put on my floor for a little bit, and it actually got really dirty, so that's why I kind of keep it hidden back here, but because the massage table's right here, it kind of scratches the paint off, and it kind of protects the wall a little bit. So it's just there to protect the wall, but it's a trans flag star. I really love it. It's just too dirty to sell or really show off anywhere, and I'm glad I'm able to have it somewhere in here. Back here are two rugs that are really hard to see. Even the close-up, I couldn't get that close, but it's basically just a flower in a pot and a mushroom with some hearts. Now, I do remember both of these being made really early in my rug making career or whatever. I was just messing around. I mean, I was just trying to find out how to make them correctly, and I think these both look really good. I love the designs. I love a flower. I love a mushroom. I love hearts. The only thing was, again, like they kind of just they put them on the floor and they got too dirty to sell or really do anything with. And that's why I like to put all my rugs on the walls now. I don't want to ruin them by putting them on the floors. I mean, people can buy them and use them as floor rugs. I have some in here as floor rugs, but it's just unfortunate when it's such a cute rug and it gets dirty from being on the floor, and then you can't really put it in the wash unless, like, yeah, honestly, you can't put them in the wash. I need to find new ways how to make my rugs so that you can put them in the wash. But anyways, those are those two. Okay, and then down here, I actually got this one back here. It's really dirty. It was on my floor for a very long time, actually right in front of my like kitchen sink, so it really got dirty. But the reason why I made this one was actually because if you ever seen my greenhouse, I have a big painting that I made actually while I was like microdosing on shrooms alone like 4 years ago, and that's not really that important, but I was, and I love that painting so much that I decided to make a rug of it. And so that's why I made that one. I really love checkered. I love an empty room. Like, I just love that whole vibe. Right next to it is a heart. This one was one I made out of with scraps and whatnot. So it's not really anything too special, but I love hearts. I love just using yarn I already have. So I really loved making that one. Over here, I got another top three. This is the sun and moon. This one, actually, I made it because I had made a friend off of online, and I asked her, like, what rug do you think I should make? And she sent me, like, a few reference photos, and they kind of were giving this vibe, like, kind of like astrology, like sun and moon, like, yeah. And so I came up with this. I remember I spent, like, $100 making this because it used so much yarn, and, like, I don't even know why it cost so much. Maybe it wasn't 100. I don't know what it was, but I know it was a lot of money. It's made with good quality materials. I even made it nice and thick. I was actually going to give it to that friend, but we stopped talking, so then I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep it. Right underneath that are also two other faves. I wouldn't put these in the top anything, but like definitely the star. I really like the star, but it's just so small and like kind of old at this point. I made this smiley face very early as well, very, very early. And the reason why I made that was I wanted to make really like simple ones, but I wanted to practice my shaving skills. So this one's very shaved down and like it looks really clean and cut. But something happened with this guy and I had to put him in the wash, so he actually got ruined. The whole back is not even there. This star was just one of those stars that I was making at that time, like maybe 9 months ago. I love these stars, and we got more stars over here. Up here, we got two stars. These ones also, there's not anything super, super sentimental about them. I just made them because I was making a bunch of stars, and I just was come with random designs. This one's a heart. This one's just like a little guy with like eyes and a smiley face. Now, as for this guy, there is a big story behind this one, and maybe quite a few of you saw. I made a video of making this custom. It was a custom, and basically my projector died and I had to use my hand to make a circle. I didn't think about the thought of like using like a pin and like a string to make it a perfect circle. So I just used just my mind, because I do know the evil eye is like not even a perfect circle itself. So I thought maybe we'd be okay. But after I made the rug, I ended up sending a picture to the person who bought the custom, and she said, you know what, since it's not a perfect circle, I don't want it. And it happens. It happened. It's probably the first time that ever happened. But I had it in storage for a while because I was trying to sell it. But honestly, I thought about it and I'm like, I love it myself. I love an evil eye. I have another evil eye rug over here too. I'll show you here in a second. But yeah, I love evil eye. I love the color. I love blue. Like, it looks great. So I ended up just putting it in here, and I'm not going to sell it anymore. Down here, I got a frog, and this frog is actually for, I, again, had frogs, and I had some that died, and I actually made this, I think, before they died. I don't even know. Maybe it was after, maybe it was before, but this is actually not the type of frog I had. I had tree frogs, I believe, and this guy is a different one. So I just kind of made this because I wanted to make one of all my pets, and I just didn't get to all of them, but I definitely got the frog, and I think it looks so cute. This one is just a normal leaf. I made this really recently, like maybe a month ago, on a camping trip, because I just had a bunch of green and I just wanted to throw them together, so it looks really good. I did actually end up finding someone who wants to buy it, but they literally happened to message me right after I put it in here, and Cheddar laid down on it and her hair got on it. So now I'm working on making a new rug for them, just that looks pretty similar to it, but with only like 3 colors, because if I did all this, it would be expensive. Because I already used up all these greens, so yeah. This one down here was one of the times that I was just using scraps. I just made this cool monstera. I love the colors, and that's Cheddar's rug. And I believe this one had the same situation. It's just I was using scraps, and I wanted to make a monstera rug. Monsteras, they are my favorite plant, so that's why I have like a lot of monstera rugs, and I'm constantly making more and more. I really love it though. I would probably say this is maybe in my top three. I really, really love this mushroom rug so much. I think I made this one on a holiday as well. It was either my birthday, New Year's Eve, or Christmas. And it was at work, and I just kind of drew it up. I saw a mushroom online. I drew that, and then I was like, I want it to be bigger. So I added the hearts, and I was like, I want it to be like kind of like a squiggly look. So that's why I made it squiggly like this. Somebody recently commented on one of my TikTok videos and said, I really love this rug. Is it for sale? And it's obviously not for sale if it's in my house and it's on the floor, but I am hella willing to sell it. I think I commented back saying, yeah, I would do it for 300, because honestly I feel like for 300 I can clean it up. My sister has a steam cleaner, like I can make it look pretty, and I can sell it for 300. I feel like most of these rugs, the ones that I said I couldn't sell, I think I would sell them for around that, like $250, $300. Would honestly make me not really care too much about letting them go. But yeah, I really love this rug. It's one of my biggest, and it's really, really cute. This one I just made maybe like a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I went on a camping trip with my buddies, and I just had a lot of red and a little bit of green and some blue, and I was out in nature, so I thought, why not do a leaf, another Monstera leaf. So it kind of looks like the Canada leaf too, right? Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a leaf and it's red. But this one I just recently made, and I like it. I was going to sell it too, but I was like, nah, I can use another rug right here. That's what I love about being a rug maker. I mean, I can keep them. I can sell them. Like, I can do anything I want. I really love this rug. This is, I think I made this one like 2 years ago, and I'm just really into checkered. I don't even know why. I'm really into checkered. I wanted to make a really big checkered rug. I think I made this one specifically to sell, and I had it on my Etsy for quite some time for like 80 bucks or 100 bucks or something like that, and it just didn't get sold, which is totally fine. And I just decided to put on my wall. I really love it. I remember this one being made out of scraps as well, so that's why I really love it. I just love a scrapped rug so much, because it's just profit on top of profit, number one. And number two, I'm recycling, I'm reusing, I'm helping the environment. So yeah, I really love how it looks right here though. So this one, I don't know if I'd sell it, but maybe for that 200-300, maybe. Honestly, I would sell any of these. If you threw me a price and it works out, I probably would sell any of them. All right, so my ceiling rugs are going to be really, really, really hard to see. So this is the best angle I can do over here. So hopefully the close-ups will be good enough. This one over here, I actually made it very early, very, very early in my rug making. And I just thought, okay, I want to do checker, but I want like a little leaf in front of it. So it's not really much to it, but I was just practicing shaving. I was practicing like just making a rug, and I think it looks really good for being a very first one. Like probably like first 5, maybe first 10. Right next to it, I got a Evil Eye, which is amazing. It's just a mini version of my Big Daddy over here. And it's so cool, too, because I think I've sold maybe 4 Evil Eye rugs in the time that I've, first made this one. This is my very first one. And then right above me, maybe I should open this. Right above me is my self-portrait. And the reason why I made this one was because I just wanted a self-portrait. I use scraps, and that's why he's like green and blue, and I just love the pink eyes. I think it looks really, really good. So this one's one of my biggest one, probably top 5 for sure. I think it looks really good. I would love to make one with like realistic colors though too. That's gonna come soon. Up top here, I have like a bunch of random little ones. These ones I made very early in my rug making career as well. I got a smiley face with hearts, I got a yin and yang, and then another smiley face with hearts. I think these were all made with scraps as well. I just wanted to make a rug, so that's why they're not super good, and that's why I have them over here. I don't think they look that cute. They used to be like tabletop rugs for like the kitchen and whatnot, so I just kind of slapped them up here, and I like the colors. Oh, I was about to forget this guy. So, of course, we got the word fuck up here. I used to be really into making rugs that are just like random, like bad words or whatever, I got like cunt and fuck and sexy and just like all those types of words. So, at one point, I was just making a bunch of those. But then I realized, like, I don't know. I don't really just want to be like a person who makes rugs of like bad words. It's kind of silly. Maybe it's cool. I think it's cool, but like for it being like the majority of my rugs at one point, like maybe just not like that. But I could see like here and there, like maybe 10% of my rugs would be like random words. Oh yeah, because I think after I made this one, I maybe sold 2 or 3 other rugs that were just fuck. So people like them, but I thought I would keep one for myself up here to just walk in and you see it. And I think it looks nice. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my rugs. I really enjoyed showing you all of them and like telling the backstory because I literally rarely ever do. So I really appreciate you watching this video and just like getting to know me and like the background of my rugs more. I'm going to be making more rug videos really soon, like really often, at least one video a week. I would love to make like just about rug making or just anything around rug making. So yeah, anyways, shout out to all my members, and I also do want to just give an extra shout out to one of my I got a comment about this and I just need to say it. One of my very first member, they were like the first member ever, and they stopped being a member after like a month or maybe 2, maybe 1 month. And I just want to shout them out because they got nothing for the amount of money that they paid for that 1 month. So shout out to you. You know who you are. I think it's like user XYZ or something like that. So shout out to you for being a member for 1 month. Going forward though, I will only be shouting out the current members, but I appreciate anybody ever being a member at any point. You can always stop being a member. You don't have to be a member like going forward. You can be a member for 1 month. I don't really care. But yeah, I just want to shout out all the members that are currently a member right now. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Definitely drop down some rug ideas I should do. I got quite a few on another video that I mentioned, like tell me some rug ideas, but it would be cool if it was all in one place. So if you commented on that video, could you comment it one more time on here so that I can just see it and like just refer to this video for rug ideas? Because I think I saw like some like sports league ones. I think I saw like a salt and pepper. I'm forgetting the other ones. Oh, a cheddar, definitely, yeah, cheddar rug. There's a lot of really good ideas, so definitely drop them here, and I would love to just kind of refer to this video for rug ideas. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.